So that means it's time for the Trish train. And I'm so excited that you're joining us today on our fitness and health show. Today I have a very special guest, a much anticipated guest.
Where?
Somebody that I've been trying to get in here since we started. It's Whitney Jones. She's an IFBB pro. She is a business owner, a mom, and an absolutely wonderful person. And it's my pleasure to have you here, Whitney. I'm so excited that you came.
Well, thanks. I know. We finally got our schedules to work out so that we could be together and have some fun, because we're both a little bit crazy and fun. So this will be a good interview.
I know.
I can't wait.
So busy, so busy. And I just kind of want to first of all, I think we need some energy.
Yes.
So, Garden, could you help us out with a little bit of energy? I know everyone in America and everyone worldwide wants to know what do we ingest as figure and fitness pros, and we're always working out, but what do we like to eat? Well, let me just tell you guys that we don't have a perfect diet, and we work really hard so that we can enjoy life.
Well, it's perfect for us.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't want to
we do have our sweet tooth, so I have a surprise for you, Miss Whitney. So come on, Garden, go ahead. We're gonna get some energy, and we're gonna do it like the Today Show, where they get to eat and everything. Krispy Kreme donuts. See this?
Whoa!
I want for everyone out there in the world to know that the Trish Train and Whitney Jones, professional figure fitness pro, owner, pro physiques, actually loves Krispy Kreme donuts.
Loves.
Go ahead. Let's get some energy. So yeah, go ahead and pick
The
one.
hardest thing is to decide.
I know.
That
That has Oreos though.
Oh, I know, but I mean, I had a bunch of Oreos this morning.
I'm gonna go with this one. Thank you so much. So we have our energy right here. And cheers. Oh yeah,
I know, but I mean, I have had a bunch
America,
of Oreos this morning.
people of the world, do yourself a favor. Every now and then, have yourself a donut.
Thank you.
Don't deprive yourself. Okay, here's living proof. All right, everybody. Everybody who thinks that we never indulge, let me just tell you, we indulge a lot more than you think.
You have to. Otherwise, we couldn't be good when we needed to be.
Yeah, we have to have some balance, right? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that balance, Whitney. First and foremost, you're a mom.
Yes. Two
And
boys.
That's the most important thing. I have 4 boys myself.
Which is crazy. 4. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's
Look at you.
I mean, it's very crazy. But we still have goals, right?
Yes,
As
absolutely.
a mom, and personal goals as a woman.
Yep.
And I think a lot of times what happens is people get pregnant and they fall into that whole married life and everything else that you're
Right.
doing, right? And then you kind of forget about yourself.
Yeah.
So I was always really determined to stay fit. I mean, it was just my own thing. Like, it was something that I decided, and I was going to do it.
Yeah.
And kind of back in the day, it wasn't really common
Sure, right.
to stay fit. Now, people are staying fit throughout their pregnancies. We're a lot more knowledgeable. Back in the day, people were like, you need to be on bed rest if you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't
you're
move,
pregnant.
don't do anything fun.
Yeah, don't do.
Your life is over.
Your life is over if you get pregnant. But nowadays, especially if you are fit before you get pregnant, that's the main key. If you're relatively fit before you get pregnant, then you can kind of continue with your
Right.
regimen as long as you feel okay.
Sure.
Right.
Mhm.
And you do have a certification as far as the pre and postnatal, right?
Yes, because
So
I love working with women who are going through their pregnancy, but even more so post-pregnancy, because I love it. Because you want to get back to being able to eat donuts, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing, too, is it's like there's so many people who fall into that category of,
Yeah.
I will never have the body I always wanted, or now that I've had kids, the body I did have is never going to be there again. And I love helping women get back there.
Yeah, my guest Scott Keppel. Hi, Scott. Shout out to Scott. Scott from STS, he also specializes in pre and postnatal, and he does also the breast cancer patients.
Yeah, I think that's so great too.
It's so awesome, and especially when your life has been touched, by something like that, then he can actually go out there and help people, get through that process.
For sure.
And so we're moms, so we've been there, done that. So I also like to help those moms that are either in the middle of their pregnancy or help them afterwards, just kind of get their bodies back.
Right.
It is important, but balancing everything can be challenging.
It's always the hardest part. And I don't think you ever truly, everyone says, oh, you got to find balance. You never fully find. If you find it for an hour. Yeah. And then you're off balance again. But it's constantly trying to juggle it. But like you said, finding your priorities. If, you said you decided you always wanted to be fit. Yeah. That's the way. You have your top 3 priorities. Obviously, your family's always going to be there, but you have to have some goals for yourself. Yeah. Feeling good, eating healthy, getting some exercise in where you get the endorphins going is always going to help you. It's going to help you be a better wife, a better mother. It's going to make you happier with yourself. But you got to balance it all.
Does anyone see all this right here? So I'm not talking to just anyone, which is why I was really nervous to talk to you.
Nervous?
Yeah. I was really, I just have a lot of admiration for you because, I've been a figure competitor. I did it for 5 years. I took it as pretty much as far as I could take it without really a lot of help.
Sure.
It's what people don't know is it's very time consuming.
Oh, yeah.
It's very expensive.
Very.
It takes its toll. You have no life when you're prepping for a show. Okay? So Whitney is actually competing at a level that is a world class athlete level. She just competed at the Arnold Classic and finished 2nd in fitness. And she competed at the Olympia, where she finished 4th. And it's really 4th in the world, 2nd in the world, because we're talking about when you think of bodybuilding, it is the creme de la creme is what shows up. This is the creme de la creme. Speaking of creme, she really is. And I have a lot of admiration because it didn't happen overnight.
No. Oh, definitely.
Let's talk about the road to your success as far as what you've done in fitness, like you're as a competitor. Well, where did you start? Like, how did you just all of a sudden one day you just said, I want to do that, or how did it come about?
Well, I like sharing the story because I feel the way I got into it is a way that so many other people can. Okay. And it's finding that it's relatable, that makes you go, oh, maybe I can do that. And that's all it takes, really. Yeah. I used to do, I've tried a lot of stuff. I've done sports all through my life. And I was at that time, when I got into this, had just got done doing some endurance events, marathons, triathlons. Loved it, but I was like, let's try something new.
I know, me too.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah, I was just bored.
Yeah, it's like, okay, that was fun. I did my run.
Yeah,
now what's next?
I would do 10K, then I did a half marathon. And but I don't have a desire to run a marathon.
You know what? I've trained for several marathons now.
And not done it?
I've never competed in the marathon. The one that I was really training for, it was a fundraiser, my best friend and we raised the money. It was in Hawaii. It was literally weeks away, and I couldn't get work off.
Oh,
we trained for 6 months.
Someone else intervened. It wasn't meant for you to be a marathon runner. I don't know. It's just that perhaps I might want to do it one day, but it's not really one.
Now I don't have the thing is, that's a long run.
I get bored.
Exactly. It's the patience.
We're going to talk about this too because I am going to have a running show, and that's going to happen the week of Thanksgiving. And I'm going to be talking with Manny. Hey, Manny Romero. He's from my hometown, and he just finished the New York City Marathon in 3:37 or something outstanding like that.
Kidding.
Oh no, yeah, he did. He's doing Chicago, New York, Boston. I really do think there's a certain body type and that can actually handle that.
I agree. Yeah.
And
not for everyone.
I probably will push my joints way past what they need to.
Yeah.
And hurt
that
myself.
Was me too. I was just my body was feeling it. I'm like,
You know what? So you really have to train smart.
Yes. with everything.
Yeah. And so I pretty much know that I probably will hurt myself if I do that.
Hopefully
So
not.
I'll just keep it to the half marathons. But back to this. So you
So yeah, I wanted something new. I've heard about this sport. So this is only 6 years ago that I even got in this sport.
Yeah.
But I saw figure competitions, was unaware of the fitness division at all.
Okay.
So I trained, got on stage, did a figure competition. I liked it, but I saw some girls doing these flips and stuff, and I'm like,
the athleticism.
wow, that looks way more fun.
Yeah,
And I like
yeah.
that challenge.
Right.
So growing up, I did cheerleading and dance. I actually
Me
have
too.
no formal gymnastics
Nogales
training.
High?
Nogales?
Yeah.
What
What was your high school? Did you go?
McClintock. Yeah, here in Tempe. Yeah.
Okay, so you're an Arizona native too.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So
Yeah.
we did the whole cheer thing.
Yeah,
Did you do
cheer.
track?
I did track. Yep.
We were
Yep.
sisters.
I know.
Life.
Don't we look like
Really,
sisters?
seriously.
Twins, probably.
Something. I don't know. We have so much in common. Okay,
I know.
so that's what I was an active child.
Yes.
Always in something.
Yes.
Did you ever do gymnastics?
So I have, everyone thinks it, and even at Olympia this year, the broadcaster said, oh, and you can tell she has gymnastics experience. I'm all self-taught.
Yeah, that was me.
I've not done gymnastics.
Okay, I was the one in my backyard.
Yes.
I was like just doing back bends and walkovers and
Yeah.
handstands and anything I could think of. Just because I wanted to be Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Mary Lou Retton. I wanted to
Yeah.
be somebody.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have like a lot of means in Nogales or trainers per se that I could go to.
Yeah.
So initially I wanted to be a gymnast. Like I
Oh,
was
yeah?
so going to be the next Olympian. But sometimes it doesn't happen.
Right.
I mean, I made my dad come up to ASU and talk to Kurt Thomas.
Oh, yeah?
And my dad was like, okay, and Kurt Thomas said she's going to have to train 8 hours a day. She's going to have to go be and live with Bella Caroli. And that's going to be her life. 8 hours a day, training until she gets to the Olympics. And my dad was like, think again. She's my
Yeah.
only daughter.
Let's do something different.
No. So that didn't happen. So, okay,
Yeah.
so you had a background already in fitness. So you thought, well, now for those of you out there who don't know, in bodybuilding, there are several divisions. It's not just what you would imagine it was back in the day. So all these like, big
Yeah.
man, they're there. Okay, we do still have those ladies out there
yes.
that want to be men, or
Yes.
and they're huge. But that's not all it is anymore. It has actually multiple divisions. One is fitness. Now, fitness is what Whitney does, and that entails presenting yourself on stage with your suit. Okay, and it also entails a routine, but it involves a lot of athleticism. Like it could be jumping and toe touches and handstands, dance, there's choreography. It's a 2-minute routine, and it basically takes up about a year of your life to prepare for.
Yeah.
Then we have the bikini division. Which we all know about the bikini division.
Yes, that's right. That's what's promoted a lot.
So I just think that anybody with a hot body can get up there, and if the judges on any given day, they like you, they like you.
Bikini it's tough because you're not comparing apples to apples. Like with figure posing,
Yeah.
they have specific poses.
Right.
Bikini,
There's just a
it's
criteria.
Such a smorgasbord of different bodies.
I think
it's
you
like,
can
how
put
do they
any
even
hot body
judge?
on there, and just like somebody can come up there with that energy and rock the stage.
Yeah.
That's me. But
Yeah.
like figure, which is what I do. Of course, I'm partial. Figure involves you have to have like other stuff. So you don't just have to have a hot body. You got to have like some structure.
Yeah, the muscles, the lines, the symmetry.
The lines, the symmetry. And you also have to have that in fitness.
Yes.
So fitness just has this extra stuff that's actually so fantastic that I don't do, but she does, right? And then we have now physique.
Yep.
Okay, which is this is the newest division, physique. And that one is...
It's like the fine line between figure and bodybuilding. So it's bigger than figure, but not as
it's all about size.
muscular.
So you got to have more muscles to compete in figure, and then you got to be like massive to be in women's bodybuilding.
Yeah.
So 5 divisions, and you have actually now mastered fitness. Obviously, I'm wondering, are you gonna go for the number one spot, what are you going to do? As far as this part of your life,
well, it's always the goal. Right now, last year I started out the year with the Arnold Classic, second place, the highest placing I've ever placed just in the career. And then went 2 weeks later, did the Arnold Australia, got second. 2 weeks later, did the Arnold Brazil, got second. So it was a great start to the season. Then had the break. Olympia then is like the Super Bowl of our sport. Placed fourth, and then went to the Arnold.
That's a good
Europe.
comparison.
Yeah. It's
the Olympia
the way
really
to kind of explain it.
Let's just talk about that Olympia award.
Mm-hmm.
So
where is it?
So the thing is, like, and this is what I love about Whitney. I mean, she's so humble and so gracious, and it can really go to your head, when you're out there competing, you can just get such a big hit. And there are those athletes out there. We all know who they are. Yeah. And we don't like them very much, because we're really grounded. We're moms. We're business owners. There's people.
Way more to life than this sport.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
And really, it's a hobby. And you really keep that in perspective and you stay grounded. So I asked you to bring a few awards, and actually I'm quite surprised. And
it's here. You don't see it?
Yeah, no, but Sheeta can't find the one for the Olympia, which
not like it's anything important.
Yeah, that blows my mind.
So I have, whenever I do a show, I come back because a lot of my shows now are international. I'm so fortunate that I get to travel, and I love it. But as soon as I get home, my two boys always want to see the awards.
Yeah.
As you can see, there's always different.
Let's look at their favorite one.
And yes, and this is their favorite.
Of course.
One. Check this out, and it's not real. Like, you can't really go kill anyone, I don't think.
And I have two of these too.
But yeah, these are, and like they love to see the awards. So we have a little trophy room in our house, so they get to choose where the trophy goes. So I know I came home with it from Olympia. But we can't find
disappeared.
It. We were looking last night. We were looking this morning.
What's it look like, anyways?
It's glass, so it's similar to this. It's a little smaller.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Maybe I just didn't have my eyes on well.
This is the most recent. This is the Arnold Classic.
Yeah, so
Ohio.
That's the Arnold Classic.
Okay. And this is.
So these are the Tampa Pro. This was, and the sword. That's all from the Tampa Pro. That was my first pro show I won. And then Phoenix has the Phoenix Europa every year now.
Yeah.
And so this is the trophies from Phoenix Europa.
And did you compete this year?
I didn't this year, just because.
I was there.
Yeah. The reason I tore my meniscus in my knee before Olympia. And then I had Olympia and then the Arnold Spain that I had to compete in. So I did those two, but then needed to take a break because I had to have surgery. But my client won. And she's going to Olympia.
Oh, yeah,
Sally
I did see that. I saw her.
So I was so excited. I was bummed because we'd planned to do the show together.
Yeah.
And it's always fun.
Yeah.
I'm one of the coaches who I really, really, really love. Like, I get chills even saying it. I love when my clients succeed.
Of
I
course.
love when they do awesome.
Of course.
It's even more fun to be able to compete with them. So
Yeah,
we
that
were so
would've been
excited
awesome.
to do it. Mm-hmm. We competed last year. Sally did the Europa last year too.
Yeah.
So we were going to do it this year, but she did it. I was there, but then she won, and it was just the coolest moment ever. And now she gets to go to Olympia with me next year.
And you know what? That's the thing is, like, if you reach a certain level, I just think that it's important to share your knowledge and your experience and kind of keep it going.
Well, because when I started with fitness, I didn't know anyone who competed in fitness.
Yeah, you didn't have this help that you're giving to people.
None. Right. So I spent literally probably the first 2 years of
figuring
my competition. Literally trial and error, going, the judges don't like that type of music, or just kind of, you learn from every show.
Yeah.
I was fortunate to do well. I got my pro card my first year of competing in fitness. So I was
we hate
super
you guys. You people that have that beginner's luck.
Hey, I admit I was lucky. But yeah, it was fun because then I look back now and I'm like, gosh, so much has changed. But that's what this sport's about. I mean, every year
there's something new.
You've got to be at the top of your game. I mean, if you're going to be competing at the top level, And for fitness, it's our job to entertain. Like,
Right.
I remember when I was
It's a performance.
the
Believe me, it's 2
spectator.
minutes
Yeah.
performance.
And
I
you
mean,
look
an
forward to
all-out
seeing it.
performance. It's just like when the bodybuilders, Phil Heath, for example, gets
Yeah.
or Kai Green. I mean, he's probably one of the best professional
yeah.
performer bodybuilders, where he puts on a show. People go to watch him
Right.
actually
Oh, yeah.
for those 2 minutes that he has.
Yeah.
People are just. That's what they pay the big money for. To go and see.
Yeah.
A performance. So
And you've gotta make sure you deliver.
Yeah,
It
as a
is our
professional.
job. You want to
Yeah.
do that. I mean, I remember sitting in the audience, and I have my favorite fitness competitors. I'd be excited, and it'd be the same routine that they've done the last 4 shows. Now, granted, people always say, we'll have 3 shows in a matter of, say, 6 weeks, and people say, "Are you coming out with a new routine?" It's impossible. I
Not in the
promise
6
you
week-
can't
No,
do that. But if you
no.
have a big block, or
let's just say 6 months. That's
yes,
reasonable.
Yes. Then,
Or the
in
next
my
year.
opinion,
Yeah.
you should come in with something different.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but and some girls will. They'll take the time to choreograph an amazing routine, and they will use that for the year. But then I think, okay, retire it.
Yeah,
Next year, come up with
of
something
course.
new.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
then you
going to
have
a
those people-
comedian or a comedy show, and you see the comedian's routine. It's not near as funny the second time.
No,
So
no.
that's kind
So
of the
there's
way I
actually
look at
people
it.
on the pro level that are using the same routine for year after year.
Not like multiple
that's annoying.
years, but yeah, they do. And
Who wants to pay for that?
Right.
I mean, it's a spectator sport. When it
Yeah.
comes down to it, it's a business.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what people don't get. Okay, there's a lot of money to be made in this sport.
Yeah.
And bikini is an example. It draws a lot of people because, well, what man doesn't want to come out and see a bunch of hot bodies, body after
Right.
body after body. And
Yep.
they're all beautiful, so it is a moneymaker.
Yep.
And so as a professional, I would imagine that it is your responsibility to bring it every
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
And it's people they expect it. I've been kind of labeled as the performer that's explosive and kind of
Yes.
crazy. And
Yeah, you wanna
last
wow
year-
people.
Yeah, it's
You don't
in
want
my
people to be like
mind,
sleeping through your thing,
Not at all.
No.
And I put a lot of pressure to say, okay, what new things? Every new routine
And it
I come up
shows.
with, I want it to a new skill.
It shows it shows.
well,
I mean, all
thanks.
your work, all your hard work, it really does show. And obviously it shows. Now, tell me, as a professional, are they paying for like all your trips? Are they paying for like where? Because people, I think, as an amateur, you pay for everything, okay? You have to pay for your training. You have to pay for your suit. By the way, the suits cost anywhere from $350. It doesn't go lower than $350, up to $2,000 now.
Oh, more
With
like
Swarovski.
pro level figure suits. Like
Yeah,
the
2,000?
ones, about 25
Are we up to 2,000
3.
now?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
For the top
we could
tier,
buy a
yes.
car.
Yeah.
Okay, we could buy a car with with one of those suits. But anyways, so at the pro level, are you making money on a regular basis? What are they paying for? Are they paying for your trips? Are they paying for your hotel? Like,
Well, for
so people can understand, how much of it is actually your love and your passion, what's coming out of your pocket.
I'm
what are they
lucky
paying?
in the aspect that most of the shows I do, so any of the Arnold Classic shows, it's an invite only. So you can't just show up. You have
course
to be
not, no.
invited. If you get invited, they pay for it. So
Okay.
it's which is awesome because these are international shows. There's obviously the one in the United States, but all the other ones, the Australia, Brazil, Spain, South America, China, they have all of these that they have now for us. And if you get invited, they pay for it all. Olympia is the same thing. If you qualify, they pay for it.
Okay.
So for me specifically, the only shows that I would need to pay for are if I was doing a show, a pro show that's in some state. However, I
Okay.
have some sponsors and they help me out too. But for any other average pro,
Yeah.
you pay for any of the pro shows you do unless it's an Arnold or an Olympia.
Okay, let's talk about that too, because briefly, tell me about your sponsor. So, who do you represent now?
I'm with Surge Supplements. So they're a company out of Utah, amazing group of people. And their products are amazing. Like, they're really good. Like, I don't just put my name on anything.
Yeah.
I really have to test the product. I like it.
because there's so much out there. It's so hard to
yeah.
choose.
And
Like,
there's a lot of
what
junk out
protein
there.
do I get? What aminos do I get?
Yes.
Like, what? I mean, and so many people want to ask you, right?
Right.
Well, what are you taking? Because really, you don't get to this level without any supplements, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I want people to know is that once you start competing or working out at a certain level, your body does require a little bit of extra. You can get only so much from the natural foods and your diet that you eat. So,
Right.
what do you, the Surge products, like, what's your favorite?
They have the Surge shot, so just everyday energy that anyone can take at any moment of time. And they're actually just signed a deal where they're in all bashes and food cities here in Arizona.
Oh, really?
So they're cute little Surge
cool.
shots,
Okay.
but they give you that bump, but they do not make you crash. And
Right.
that's so important with the energy shots that they have on the market.
Yeah, energy, the 5-hour energy.
Yes, they just
and
you'll feel great, but then you feel like crap.
let me just tell you that I'm like super energetic, anyways, and there are certain drinks out there that make me feel so jittery.
Yeah, like your heart's just racing.
Yeah.
That's why I like this. It's not on the extreme level of a caffeine bump,
Yeah,
but you definitely
Feel
feel
a
better
little bit,
and
okay.
mentally. You have more mental alertness. It helps with muscle recovery. So there's a lot of benefits outside of just the full energy.
Right.
But like I said, more importantly, you don't want to have that energy burst and then crash. And the taste. So they have, it's so good. I'm like getting excited.
I know.
Their pre-workout it's a Miami Vice flavored. Oh my Lord, it is amazing. So it tastes about as good as donuts. Yes. Donuts and the Miami Vice Surge pre-workout set.
that's so awesome, Whitney. Well, we're here with Whitney Jones, IFBB Pro, and owner of Pro Physiques. And we're going to be right back after this short break, and we're going to
As
talk a
we eat
little bit
donuts.
more. We're going to eat donuts, and I'm just going to pick her brain as much as I can. We'll be right back.